Hello and welcome to the audio newsletter presented by me, Sarah, and Michelle. This fortnight's newsletter came from Chairperson Paul Fellows, who discussed the New South Wales state election. A number of NatRoad members are based in New South Wales, and Mr. Fellows wanted to congratulate Premier Chris Minns on his election win, as well as reflect upon the previous government. Looking at the issues they handled well, such as COVID and their sensible approach to heavy vehicle curfews, while also discussing the items NatRoad didn't agree were handled well. These include the tolls burden that grew on their watch and the cross-departmental review that it contributed to, which still remains unreleased. NatRoad looks forward to the toll cuts offered by the new Premier-elect and welcomes the new government's commitment to appointing a toll commissioner for review of the current system.
How much will heavy vehicle charges potentially increase under the multi-year cost models? Are you ready to budget for increased operating costs to recover it from customers? These were the items discussed in a recent webinar held by NatRoad with the Head of Economics for the National Transport Commission, Ramon Stahili. If you missed it, the 10 key takeaways were: heavy vehicle charges will likely increase over the next few years, but the percentage increase that will apply in each year is still undecided. The PAYGO model has been used for a long time to set heavy vehicle charges. There are better models than this, but the NTC considers this to be the only functional model at present. Heavy vehicle costs are recovered through road user charges on diesel fuels, gas fuels, and road components of registration charges. The regulatory component of registration charges is set to recover the National Heavy Vehicle Regulator's budget. Government expenditure has increased significantly recently, especially in categories where a large percentage is allocated to heavy vehicles. Overall expenditure has increased significantly with an increase of over 1.7 billion in just 1 year. The heavy vehicle cost recovery base is also increased significantly. Heavy vehicle charges are approved by the Infrastructure and Transport Ministers meeting, who decided on a multi-year model which provides greater certainty to the industry by offering a long-term view of costs. Ministers considered 3 options for heavy vehicle charges and decided on a 3-year model in December 2022 with increases between 6 to 10% per annum. More options than those that have been under consideration need to be explored to achieve full cost recovery. NatRoad has supported a freeze in year 1 and an increase of 2.75% for year 2 and 3. A decision is expected soon and will likely apply from 1 July 2023. To watch the webinar, visit our YouTube channel or click the banner link in your email newsletter.
Another item discussed in the NatRoad newsletter this fortnight was the announcement of an upcoming service for members called the Safety Toolbox. We are thrilled to announce this will be a monthly item designed to facilitate discussions between business owners and their drivers and employees focused on safety-related matters. The Safety Toolbox is an essential resource for our members, providing the latest information and resources related to safety and well-being. Our commitment to ensuring our members have access to the most up-to-date information is reflected in the monthly distribution of the Safety Toolbox. Every month, members will receive a new edition of the Safety Toolbox, starting with the inaugural edition in April 2023. We welcome your input and feedback. If you have specific Toolbox topics you want to see developed, please send us an email at info@natroad.com.au.
Dismissing an employee can put you at risk of facing an unfair dismissal claim, no matter how careful you are. Unfair dismissal is where you end employment harshly, unjustly, or unreasonably. If the unfair dismissal claim against you is successful, you may be liable to pay a fine of up to $79,250. Here are straightforward steps to avoid an unfair dismissal claim when terminating employment. Have a valid reason for the dismissal. Issue a warning to your employee. Allow your employee to respond. Keep a written record. Follow the Small Business Fair Dismissal Code. Keep a performance management process. Provide procedural fairness. Ensure consistency. Get advice. And have an employee handbook. For further details on these steps, have a look at the article on our website or in your newsletter.
As an employer in Australia, it's essential to be aware of the legal obligations and entitlements related to family and domestic violence leave. The Australian government has introduced a new entitlement that provides employees with 10 days of paid leave in a 12-month period, starting from the 1st of February 2023 for businesses with 15 or more employees and from 1 August 2023 for companies with fewer than 15 employees. In addition, the Fair Work Act provides minimum entitlements for employees working in small businesses dealing with family and domestic violence. These include 5 days of unpaid leave each 12-month period, flexible working arrangements, and paid or unpaid personal carers leave in certain circumstances. Importantly, only employees experiencing family and domestic violence are entitled to take the leave, and employees must seek legal advice if two employees in a relationship with each other request to take leave. When an employee takes leave, they must inform their employer as soon as possible and provide evidence if requested. Employees must also take reasonable steps to keep any information confidential and work with employees to agree on handling the information. As a small business employer, you should familiarize yourself with the legal responsibilities and entitlements, provide necessary leave entitlements and support, seek legal advice if necessary, request evidence from employees if necessary, and work with employees to handle the information about their situation. Remember, supporting employees experiencing family and domestic violence leave is a legal and moral responsibility. Being informed and compassionate can help your employees feel supported during difficult times. If you have any questions, speak to a NatRoad advisor.
If you have any questions or queries regarding articles discussed or mentioned in this newsletter, please do not hesitate to contact us. We would like to thank the sponsor of this newsletter, Platinum Partner, Prime Creative Media.